Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and I just thought I'd give you guys a look at a few things I've learned about audio editing over the course of doing these interview series, and that is going to give you a sneak peek at something I'm working on, but don't get too hyped about it. It will be up to him to decide when that video is ready to come out, although it should be in the next few days. We'll see. So you can see that we have some white noise here, some background noise. And then this looks like a grunt. Yep, that's a grunt. And then we go here, and oh, there's another grunt. What do you know? This sound is more of a clap sound when you look at it. Yep, that's I might be giving away too much who this is. But when you see these sharp waves, it's usually some kind of percussive sound. Clapping or smacking into something, bumbling around your recording studio. Who's to say? Studio. But this is all going to be background noise. So I'll go ahead. Yeah, that's me in the background. I can hear because someone is not using headphones. Maybe because the rabbit ate them. That's giving away too much. Okay, so we've selected some background noise, and we go effect. This is where all the good stuff happens. Noise reduction, and then get noise profile. This does nothing other than tell Audacity what is noise. Now we deselect so that we're effectively selecting everything, and we hit effect again. Go noise reduction, and now we pay attention to this menu. I've already set this up to where I want. It's going to reduce noise by 32 decibels, which is going to make it inaudible. It's going to have a 4.5 sensitivity. You turn up the sensitivity, and it's more sensitive, I think. Maybe the other way around. I don't know. There's a guide for this on the wiki. And then 3 frequency smoothing bands. That means it's going to pass over this a few times to make things nice and smooth. We're going to reduce the noise. Okay. So now it needs to chug for a while and apply this noise reduction. And while Audacity is working on that, I'll tell you that noise reduction is life. You guys can maybe hear the fridge in the background. It's really loud, and then when the heater is turned on, that's a lot of background noise as well. And this is actually someone else's audio file that I'm working on, the person that I'm interviewing. And so I'm going to be reducing the background noise for his situation. And then I'll go ahead and look over this a bit to see how much that's actually reduced. That'll be ready in a few seconds. Generally, the filters that we're going to be applying to our audio file don't take all that long, but when you're working with a 1-hour video, then things do take a bit longer. So this might not have been the most useful use of time, but I just wanted to share what I'm doing anyway. And as you can see, it has cut out most of that background noise. There's still going to be a few clicks and pops that weren't identified by the program, like you see there. What is that? I don't know. So if we look over, there's a bunch of space here that would have been filled with background noise, and it's been taken down. And you'll also notice this is probably laughter or something, loud speaking, and then you have quiet speaking right before that. So how do you deal with that? This is an effect that I just started using. So we'll go to effects, and the thing we want is a compressor. What this is going to do is it's going to basically take all the high points of the sound and squish them down, and the low points of the volume, and amplify that volume to make it more of a unified volume. And that enables me to turn up the volume on the whole thing without clipping, and to do anything else that I need to do with that. So this compressor is very useful for speech, especially when people are doing things like laughing or whispering and then talking normally. That variation in volume that you get through natural speech is handy when you're face to face with somebody, but less useful when you're making a YouTube video. So here's a bunch of settings that I'm not even going to mess with. The main important one is the ratio, 2 to 1. That means that it's going to effectively cut in half the difference in volumes. And there's something of a sliding scale when you get to the louder sounds, they're going to be affected more. So we'll go ahead and do that. And this is probably going to take a while as well. Looks like it's progressing a little bit faster than the noise reduction, but oh, excuse me. Get that good stretch in. Oh, in the morning. Obviously, I'm recording this with Audacity, so the audio quality is not going to be as high as I hope to have in the video I'm working on right here that you see me working at. And as I mentioned, this compressor tool has really helped me out. There's also the clip fix tool that I think I've talked about before, but mainly the noise reduction and the compressor have been a big help to me. And so you see that our waveforms have changed shape. These quiet sounds have gotten louder.
Yeah.
And the loud sounds, if we get into some of the louder stuff around here, they've actually dropped down a bit.
I was like,
You see? So, excuse me. I also had it re-amplify the entire track so that we still have a good level of volume. And then when you get into quieter areas here, then have you recognized who this is yet? Anyway, once we get into those areas, things can be adjusted. So if it's too quiet in a specific area, I'll fix that in Sony Vegas. I don't have to spend nearly as much time dropping down the loud sounds and raising up the quiet ones. So now if we go to View, Fit in Window, I can check for clipping, and clipping is when the loud sounds are too loud and they're all the way up to the top of the bar here, and they're even clipping through it, but obviously not recorded because the mic isn't capable of going past a certain threshold based on your hardware. So, as a man, I hate to be limited by my hardware, so if I saw clipping here, I would first de-amplify the track, so I'd need to go to Effect, Amplify, and then give it a minus amplification, just like that, and then I would hit OK, and then I would go to Effect, Clip Fixes down here. And what that does is it smooths out those jagged peaks where the audio levels are actually going beyond where your mic can register. But this all looks fine. There's no clipping here, which is just great. And we've leveled this one out, so I'll go ahead and export the audio. Anyway, this has been a look at a few of the effects that I've been using in Audacity to clean up my audio and to make things work out better, especially for interviews where somebody's talking in the background. If you record your voice separately for your videos, for stuff like voiceover or gameplay footage, then this can also be very helpful for you, and then you would just export the file and bring it into whatever video editor you're using and make it work that way. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.